And now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Andrew Chung.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, the temperatures were sizzling this afternoon. We had triple-digit heat in the upper valley and many parts of the mid-valley with mid to upper 90s for parts of the lower valley and mostly sunny skies this afternoon. In addition, it was a breezy Sunday afternoon. Temperatures have come down into the 80s. We're still in the upper 80s, though, out west in Rio Grande City. Mid-80s toward the mid-valley, low to mid-80s for the lower valley. And look at the winds. It is still a bit breezy out there, especially in McAllen and Weslaco with a gust of 23 here at the station and 28 in McAllen. Winds out of the south at 16 in Harlingen. So again, for tomorrow, more of the same, folks. Mostly sunny by the late morning, just hot and breezy. We'll have partly cloudy skies in the early morning with temperatures in the lower 80s. But other than that, mostly sunny, a lot of sunshine and breezy. Again, temperatures are back in the mid-90s at noon and upper 90s at 5 p.m. Still more scorching heat on the way for this week. The tropics are active in the Pacific, not the case in the Atlantic, Gulf, or Caribbean Sea. Here is the eastern Pacific Ocean, and here is Tropical Storm Greg. Maximum winds are 50 miles per hour. It's moving to the west at 14 miles an hour. Forecast track takes Greg toward the west-northwest and weakening to a depression later on this week. Now, we also have Tropical Storm Hillary. Here is the Pacific coast of Mexico. Hillary has maximums of 70 miles per hour, very close to becoming a hurricane, moving to the west-northwest at 9 miles an hour. So, yes, the forecast track keeps it over open Pacific waters, but there is a good possibility of some high ocean swells and heavy surf along the Pacific coast of Mexico from Acapulco all the way to Cabo San Lucas and points northward. So there's the forecast. Hillary expected to become a major hurricane later on this week and then weakening by the end of this week as it moves into colder Pacific waters. And in between Hillary and Greg, we have Tropical Storm Irwin. Maximum winds are 50 miles per hour, moving west at 8 miles an hour. Now, if you notice with Irwin, the forecast track is a little bit funny looking. That is because there is a good possibility Tropical Storm Irwin may interact with Hillary over the next few days. When you get these two systems very close, sometimes you get that interaction with these two systems. That's why the forecast track for Irwin looks a little bit funny at this time, just wandering or meandering over the open Pacific waters. Back home in the U.S., we have a front that is stalled out over Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. Showers and thunderstorms moving into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We did have this upper low that was bringing a lot of rain to Louisiana. Sadly, no rain for us here in the valley as an upper low as well to the north, and we're still under the influence of that big upper-level high-pressure system that is keeping our temperatures just baking. Those temperatures will continue to bake here in the valley for this week, though by Tuesday and Wednesday there may be enough moisture in place to give us a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms, but the key word is slight. So dry for tomorrow, then for Tuesday on Future Track, we may have a slight chance for a spotty shower or thunderstorm, but most people will still see dry weather, and yes, it will stay hot even for Tuesday into Wednesday. On the water, small craft advisory until midnight tonight for the nearshore Gulf waters and the Bay waters. The Bay waters are choppy. Seas are 3 to 6 feet. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 70s. Then for tomorrow, high temperature of 100. And the triple-digit heat continues really for most of this week. Upper 90s, very close to 100 Tuesday and Wednesday, with a 20% chance of thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. Otherwise dry for the rest of the work week. That's your First Warn 5 forecast. Now here's Brandon with a look at sports.